This is not just in developing countries, but also in developed countries. You have a majority of the farming units being considered family farming. So it's a sector, it's a group that is present in majority in most of the realities. And this is becoming more and more important and relevant and recognized, let's say, by the international community and national government as well, because considering the potential that they have to bring effective solutions to the actual challenges that we are facing in food systems. So we are facing problems of deprivation of natural resources, or how to be more adapted and resilient to climate change, or even how you can renew the transformation of rural territories considering the growing urbanization, migration issues. So family farmers can bring several answers. I think the main, the relevant issue is how you use this sector in the policies to family farming to address priorities, national strategies, to bring answers, connecting to national strategies. We have several very interesting experiences working more at community level, very often not just federal policies, but also on states or specific areas, targeting family farmers in order to promote community development and things like this. Well, the UNDFF family farming will bring a great opportunity to strengthen public policies, investments, and promote exchange of experiences on family farming in general, both between the farm organizations, but also among governments to share good experiences, lessons learned on how to improve their enabling environment to promote family farming. And this is very important because in a scenario where you have always limited resources, you need to be able to target, to be more efficient in your strategies. And I think that's why family farming is becoming more and more recognized, not just because of the solutions that they can bring, but also considering the needs that the government have to target their policies and to be more effective on how to promote. So family farming brings a framework where you can identify specific criteria depending on your own national context in order to be able to differentiate policies in order to be more effective to them. So when we're talking about family farming policies, this can encompass a big range of different policy areas. So from agricultural policies as credit, insurance, rural extension services, but also on rural social insurance. So the public policies for family farming can encompass a big range of different policy areas. This can encompass the typical more agricultural policies as access to credit, climate insurance, rural extension services, access to land and other natural resources, tenure of land and natural resources, but also other policy areas as social protection, how to increase the level of basic services that are promoted in rural areas, education, health, infrastructure, and also the environmental policies. These are being more and more developed considering the challenges that we have. So how you connect and you use family farmers to protect specific areas, landscape, biodiversity, very often also on nutrition, linking family farming production to school feeding, for instance, ensuring healthy foods to children at schools, but also on investments. right? So you can use the role of family farmers as main investors when you consider the total amount that they already do by themselves in order to dynamize rural territories, rural economies, local economies, short circuits. So you can work in a different policy areas depending on the specific strategies that need to be prioritized in each context. Since the beginning, in the preparation of the process to launch the UN Decade of Family Farming, it was very clear for all the actors involved that the UN Decade shouldn't be just a protocolar and advocacy initiative, but an initiative that could bring effective results, concrete results at national and regional level, and especially for family farmers. So that's why we have a global action plan, very concrete, with clear indications on activities, actions that can be done, and targets. And this is in order to promote ideas, suggestions on which kind of actions could be developed at national level. So after the global launch, now what is very important is to continue this process in the regions, and several regions are already planning their regional launch and how to adapt the global action plan into their own priorities, realities. And also that this could also happen in an inclusive way at national level. One of the main targets of the Global Action Plan is in 5 years' time that we could reach 100 national plans on family farming developed by the national governments. So, it's very important to highlight the linkages between the UN Decade on Family Farming and the Sustainable Development Goals. So all the UN decades that are promoted nowadays are initiatives to support the achievement of the SDGs. So this is one clear goal. The UN Decade needs to contribute to the achievement of the SDGs. And this is a recognition by the UN General Assembly that family farmers can bring a huge contribution to the achievement of the SDGs. So the Global Action Plan is completely sought for this. So it's how the multidimensional contributions of family farming on production, dynamization of rural areas, inclusiveness of women, youth, protection of natural resources, biodiversity, all of these are linked to different SDGs. So each pillar of the Global Action Plan, that we have 7 pillars, brings how working on these different actions that are presented, you can achieve several SDGs at once. We need to present, to report back to the UN General Assembly every 2 years, and we will try to promote, stimulate the governments, the countries, to bring the results on family farming into their national voluntary reports on the SDGs. So the role of the family farming organizations is crucial. It was crucial for the approval of the UN Decade of Family Farming. This is, I think, one of the only decades that was approved with a huge support of civil society organizations around the world. More than 300 organizations were coordinating and supporting the approval in New York. And this strong support and participation continued along the preparation for the launch and now in the implementation. So we have several organizations that are helping the member countries, FAO and IFAD, to give direction where the implementation of the UN Decade should go. But not just this, we have a very specific, one specific pillar in the Global Action Plan dedicated to this, to strengthen family farm organizations, rural organizations. Why? Because we need to recognize the role that they play, not just to develop capacities of the family farmers, of their members, but also very often these organizations provide rural services that are very important. Sometimes crucial to rural populations. So very often you have cooperative credit. Sometimes organizations provide health care, sometimes provide child care for the women to be able to work, sometimes provide formal and informal education to the membership. So there is a quantity of very important services that are provided by rural organizations and family farm organizations that is very important to be recognized and strengthened during the UN Decade of Family Farming. The role of communications for rural development are crucial. So we have strong evidence that very often the poorest is not just an issue about income or access to economic opportunities, but is also a problem of access to information, to access to policies. So the role of communication is crucial. People need to know how to access policies, how to receive information about what they need to do to produce, or where they can look for help, or what is going on that can affect their reality. So this is very important and is a crucial element for the work plan, how we can also work together with family farming organizations in order to strengthen the information sharing with their membership, with rural communities.